let's just get everything going. So guys, we're just going live. We're gonna get everyone to the chat. Let's go on Instagram and invite some people. Guys, once you get in the chat, you know what we're gonna go and do. How am I sounding? Let's see if we can get some sound. How am I sounding, guys? Let me just make sure we got Instagram here as well. We're gonna just stream on Instagram as well, guys. Just bear with me for a second. How am I sounding, everybody? Sounding good? Just bear with me for a second. Yeah, shout out to Doug. I see you in the chat. All good? Lovely. All good. All good. Okay. So, guys, we're going to be speaking about gender wars today. Let me make sure we got Instagram up in here too. Let's get Instagram in here too. That's what we want. We want to get Instagram in here too. So yeah, we're streaming on the Man and Voice as well. Doug, if you could just jump up in the Man and Voice chat, you know what to do. Moderate a gang. Let's get the link up. Let's just get the link up and we'll get things moving. We're gonna be speaking about gender wars today, tonight, Sunday fun day. We're gonna be speaking about gender wars tonight. And when we talk about gender wars, like it's not a beef thing. Don't let the thumbnail fool you. It's not a beef thing. But we're gonna be speaking about like the state of things currently now between men and women, feminism, obviously the war on masculinity. We're gonna be speaking about family, yeah, all the stuff the types of things that you see me speak about. Anyway, so guys, if you're just in the chat now, guys, can you please like the chat? You just got in here, so make sure you like the chat. You know it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You just drop a quick like. And yeah, if it's the first time you're here, if you see my content quite a lot, if you consumed it, then you know show love by hitting the super chat. A super chat is a simple way you just support the channel. You can, like, literally my guy Doug says it's from the price of a cup of tea, like for memberships and for donations. So you know whatever it is, we appreciate it. I'm putting out content for all of you guys. So if you like the content, yeah, hit the super chat. Also the Cash App. But yeah, and share it. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, shout out to. Let me quickly just yeah, I see you there, Doug. Let me pin that. And also moderate gang. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Mikey. Mr. Mikey, I take it you're subscribed to the the YouTube. So if you haven't done that, make sure you chop into, because we're streaming on YouTube. So what we're doing is, first of all, Instagram got me banned on my name is China, my main page, right? So they're not letting me stream on there. So I take it everyone that's followed from there. And if you haven't followed me on there, make sure you follow across. And the reason we got to do this is because this is what YouTube does. So this is what, you know, Insta does when you're putting out content. They seem to be trying to shadow ban or trying to stop me from streaming or deleting comments, and it makes it harder for me. So YouTube's a lot more friendly, and yeah, and that's where we are. So if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because if you're following me on my Instagram page, you should be subscribed to my channel. That'd be crazy, right? Why would you follow me and not subscribe, right? So yeah, so we're streaming there. So just make sure you do that. So if you come in here, the link's there, and then come across, and then yeah, that's what we're gonna go and do. Yeah, so guys, let me just quickly get some banners up in the chat. Hold on one second. Good. And yeah, gender wars. What's gone wrong between men and women? Men and women. Red pill, blue pill, MGTOW. What's MGTOW? Men going their own way. Oh, black pill. God damn. Just man are just not dealing with it. Feminism. What is feminism? Like, you know, first wave feminism versus what we have now. Traditionalism, family, baby mamas, marriage. Is marriage just a piece of paper? Like, body count, there's body count. Like, wow, like, dating apps. Guys, it's crazy right now. It's crazy. It's really crazy right now. What's going on? What's going on? What do you bring to the table? I am the table. What is going on, guys? Let me just sip some water. Let me just sip some water. Because I feel like your boy's gonna go in tonight. I feel, you know, I'm feeling like a sermon is coming on. I'm feeling like a sermon is coming on. I'm gonna need an amen. Can I get, guys? Can I get an amen in the chat, please? I feel a sermon is coming on, and if you're ready for a sermon to come on, I need to get an amen because I'm not gonna kick it off. I just need to see if people are with me right now because it's Sunday. I'm talking about gender wars. It's getting crazy right now, and someone needs to do it. I'm going viral. I get feminists mad at me. I get baby mamas mad at me. I get man them that want to be making baby mamas mad at me. And it's like, what am I really saying other than like, yo, let's get together. Let's speak. Let's get the family back together. We really need to get to shout out to, I see the amen. Thank you, bro. That's what I'm saying. I need to get an amen. Or YouTube, I need to get some amens, YouTube. If you're in the chat, I need to get an amen because I'm about to preach. I'm about to go in, and once I go in, I'm going to need some people to come in on the live and make some confessions. I'm going to need some confessions. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing tonight. Gender wars. What's going on between men and women? Now, it's mad because, I mean, what's man's original sin? They always talk about man was original sin. Technically, they say we got kicked out of the garden because of Eve. I didn't make this up. When I say this, people are like, oh, you're blaming women. No, it's literally, that's what happened. I mean, we don't have to get all biblical on here, but I'm just saying. So, you know, we was in the garden, we was chilling, you know, everything was cool. But, you know, the snake was there, the forbidden tree was there, we was running around naked, we could have anything we want. But it wasn't good enough. It was not good enough. No, it was good enough for Adam. No, yeah. Adam was chilling. Adam enjoyed what he had. But it just wasn't good enough for Eve. It wasn't. And then they had the snake, they had the tree, they had the apple, they had Eve who wanted more, and Adam who wanted to give everything to Eve. And what did he do? What did he do? He did the one thing. He did the one thing that the Creator told him not to do. One thing. He had everything. Life was good. No death, no nothing, no clothes. You're walking around with a little fig tree. See how I was living. But Adam did the mad thing. He disobeyed the father. And what did he do it for? He did it for his sweet one. Yeah, he was simping. This is the original simp. I'm telling you, bro. The original sin is also part of the original simp. This is why, right? I didn't even realize it, but this is where simping came from. Simping is part of the original sin of man. Simping is what happens when you don't follow the path of the Lord. It is. When you're not righteous, simping doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's never worked. It never will work. And yeah, but anyway, I'm falling off track. It's whenever I speak about simps, this is what happens because they're the worst. Simps are the worst because the thing about women don't like simps, but they need them in order to validate their delusion about certain things about men. So when I'll say certain things like, oh, men are not rushing to be stepdads, or men don't want to go over high body count, simps will be like, no, don't say that, because like women with kids, they're an asset, and those kids can be an asset, and I'll be like, oh, men don't want things that are overweight, oh, don't say that, we want fluffy things. These are what they do. This is what they do. And part of Adam's original sin was being a simp. Yeah, for Eve. Right, cool. Let me take it back. So that's the original gender war. That's it. We got kicked out the garden. Bow. So I'm there. And here we are. Fast forward to here. Here we are. Fast forward, here we are, man. Guys, make sure you join the YouTube, the show. There's the link in the chat. You join the show. Hit the like button once you get in. Hit the like button. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe. That's what's going on right now. So yeah, like, why is it so hard now? I don't understand it. Like, I feel like the last time you can get a wifey, a proper woman, was like in 2012. Like the last Olympic. I think like in 2012 was the last time you could have probably get an organic woman, like based upon just normal stuff. After that, we're in a whole separate time, and I'm talking about new generation plus people that stayed out there. Like after 2012, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like after 2012, it's a new era now, and it's all about 2012. That puts it about right. It's a new era, and you have to maneuver a lot different now. You have to. Like, you have to. Yo, shout out to Nate. Nate, you got a question? Shout out to Nate. I see you, Nate. You got a question. What's your question, Nate? What's your question? I got a question too, Nate. Have you hit the like button, Nate? Hit the like button, Nate. Hit the like button. I got a question too. So, guys, let me not try to get derailed, because anyway, but this is a conversation, so we'll go around the houses anyway. What's happened? What's happened? Like, why is it so hard for us as men and women just to get together? What's become so complicated? Why is it so hard? What has happened? Like, what has taken us from being one of the most married communities? When at this point I'm speaking probably to Afro-Caribbean Black communities, like a unity to baby mama, baby father, like, and it's just, and no, whenever you speak about marriage or like the family unit, you look weird. What's happened? What's really happened? And what's happened where women don't, if a man asks for something simple as a sandwich, women are gonna push back like you're trying to stop their you're trying to remove their right to vote. That's not me. That's Pearl. Pearl don't want you women to vote. Me, I'm like, you can vote. He's fine. I just want a sandwich. Pearl doesn't want you to vote. I just want a sandwich. It's different. Some will say mine is an extreme. That's crazy. Some would say my orders is extreme. I mean, not voting, that's an extreme. But then some would say she has, when she explains why, it's not really extreme, is it? I don't know. But how is a sandwich extreme? How is wanting to be the first person a woman has a child with extreme? How is that extreme? How is wanting to be able to build and provide for a woman extreme? But how is not wanting a woman that's been run through with a high body count extreme? How are all of these things extreme? How is a man being scared of actually getting married, not because he doesn't want to get married, just because of all the dangers and the risk that it comes with, even though he wants? How is that extreme? But here we are. They're telling us this extreme. Gender wars are telling us the extreme. The patriarchy. Oh, the patriarchy. Guys, if you hear women speak about the patriarchy, you might want to start running. You might want to start running. If you hear women speaking about the patriarchy, guys, you might want to start running. Because there's certain buzzwords that when you hear, they they should just scare you off. They should. You should run a mile. Let's go through some of these buzzwords, guys. Let's go through some of these buzzwords. Yeah, let's go through. Patriarchy. Get your pen and pencil. Get your pad. Look. I got a pad. Hold on. Wait. I got a pad. You guys think I'm joking? I got a pad. Where's my pen? Guys, get your pad. I don't need the pen because I'm writing this, but I'm saying I got a pad, right? Patriarchy, that's one. If the woman talks about patriarchy already, but just listen. Just listen. Patriarchy, yeah? If she talks about the pay gap, the gender pay gap, oh my, first of all, the gender pay gap has been disproven. It's been disproven. The reason why it's been disproven is because there's hardly anywhere that you could go and you're basically paid on just your sex. That's it. No. Most jobs that you will go to, in actual fact, you will find women in a higher position than you. Like, especially when it comes to black women, man, they seem to be just getting jobs in all the highest positions, right? Yeah. But what it is women tend to want to work in jobs that suit them. They want to work in HR, in places like that, right? They want to work in places of recruitment. That's fine, that's cool. But the types of jobs that they'll want to do tend to pay less, tend to be less, right? But then what men will do is we'll go and do all the work, the harder jobs, the jobs that involve building the world, the infrastructure, right? They'll go work on the roads, they'll go work in the oil rigs, they'll go do engineering, and they'll go and. When was the last time you saw your bins being collected by women? When was the last time? Trust me, the council does not stop any women from joining. In actual fact, they have schemes that actually promote women joining them. But where are they? And those are really good money. Like, that's good money, right? But no, who wants to be waking up at 4 a.m. and picking up bins? No, they don't want to do that, right? So it's not by force, It's just industry. So when you start speaking about gender pay gap, yeah, that's another thing. Once you start speaking about hold on. Oh, emotional abuse, financial abuse, patriarchy, healing. Oh, thank you. Patriarchy, healing, trauma, my truth. Oh, my truth. Listen, when they say there's two sides of every story. There's they say there's three sides. They'll be like, oh yeah, your side, their side, and then the truth. But women will be like, they'll be forced, my truth, and my truth subsedes the truth. My truth subsedes the truth. My truth is like, that's like I feel. When a woman says my truth, that's like I feel. Anything else doesn't matter. You can come with facts, figures, stats, doesn't matter. They can see a whole dead body. That's right. If they say, oh, in my truth, that guy did not dead, that guy's alive. That's the worst. Manifest, another one. Manifest. I can't stand these manifesting queens. Like, do you know why I'm manifesting? Because a lot of times women contradict themselves. A lot of these women, they speak about God and Jesus and really, like, do you realize manifestation goes completely against the teachings of most religions? Because it involves you, basically, what you're chanting, you're believing that you can create something other than your God can create something. The only manifestation you got to do is pick up your Bible and pray. That's it. You don't need to be. You know what I mean? A couple of you guys picked up The Secret, and after you read The Secret, you think you're gonna manifest. Like, it's crazy. No, you're not. That's why you think you can have 3 baby daddies and you're gonna manifest a 4th one to come and marry. No, it's not going to happen. Stop listening to that. Steve Harvey's lied to you. I'm sorry. I don't know who has to hear this. I'm sorry. Like, you're not gonna know. No. You might need to get down on your knees and pray. You might just need to do that. You might need to get down on your knees and pray. So, guys, we're streaming on YouTube. Everyone that comes on Instagram, we're streaming on YouTube. So they've got me banned on Mynameischyna because they don't like me spitting the truth. So I'm streaming on YouTube. The link's there. Click the link, jump over to YouTube, and then we're going to get people in the chat. We're speaking about the gender wars between men and women, and we're speaking about some of the stuff. Let me get some of these chats up. Yo, salute China. Yes, my man, I see you. Salute. I see you. I see you. I see you. Let me get some of these. I see you. I see you. Yeah. Like weight loss. Man, guys, listen. Guys, I'll just be real. You don't ever have to ever feel bad about not wanting a woman because of her weight. I'm gonna just be honest with you. You never have to ever feel. I don't ever let society or overweight women, lazy women, make you feel as if that is something that you got to do. No, don't ever do that. Don't ever. You know what I mean? No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. No. What guys? What else? What other stuff have you heard before? Oh, it's given. Oh my gosh. If I have to hear it's given this, it's given that, it's given you speaking like a you're speaking like a 11-year-old. I don't even know because grown women are speaking. You speak like Instagram comments. You're speaking buzzwords. You're speaking, and how what? Are we regressing as a? Are we regressing? How are we going back? We're going back in time, guys. We don't want to go back in time. We want to keep moving forward. How are we going back in time? How are we going back in time? It's giving vibes. Remember that girl tried to say it's giving sassy to me. She's like, yeah, they said it's giving bitch. I was like, it's giving. Yeah, thank you for that. You went viral. Thanks for all the views. Thank you. It's giving. You know what you do? It's giving. It's giving ching ching. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. It's giving ching ching. That's what it's giving. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with these girls, man. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, yeah, I don't know. Guys, I take it everyone's like the chat. Make sure you like the chat. Guys, if you're enjoying my content, right, and you enjoy my content, then please share these streams with your friends. Like, share these streams with your people. Because what we want to do is we want to get more people on these streams. And then obviously we want to get conversations going. So make sure you share it. Because they be hating on your boy. They really be hating on your boy, and I have to keep it consistent. You know, the grind don't stop. The grind don't stop. The grind always goes. You know. So I'm saying. So who? Let me read. If a person that you are with gets fat, you need to ask them why I want to empower the woman I'm with to be the best version of herself. If she's with me, she's fat. It's a problem. Yeah, like I don't know, man. Then we don't want to no fat. No, I mean, like that's not wrong with that. Like I don't think you should be made to feel bad about that. Like I don't think you should make it feel bad. No, I don't. Yeah, they banned me on Insta. They ban me on Insta, but your boy stays consistent because I'm streaming on YouTube. They can try ban me on Insta, but it won't work. You know, they can't stop the truth. You know, they can try, but I don't think they can stop the truth. They can try, but I don't think they can stop the truth. You know. They can't stop the truth. Look.
Yo. You saying, bro?
Yo, what's going on, KB? You good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I just jumped in. I saw the link. I didn't think he's gonna come on yet, bro. I was just there listening, fam.
Yeah. No. It's cool, man. The link's there, man. It's good to go, man.
Yeah,
Link's
bro.
there, man. So
Pick yourself
speaking.
up, tight.
We said?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm good, fam. I'm good. Like this is. Do you know what?
So gender wars. What's gone? Gender wars. What's happened? What's gone wrong, man? What's happened?
Oh, blood. Do you know what? Yeah. I have to say, I put a lot of this on certain men as well. I ain't even gonna lie. Because it's one of those where, look, the roles as they were, yeah, they were fine, innit? They were fine at one point. You know, the concept of the man going out, getting the bacon, so to speak, protecting all that stuff, innit? Like, that's fine. On that role, I think that's okay. But what's happened, I think, as well is, and you can class it as a simpish thing or whatever. I think it is actually, but it's almost like it's got to the point where the only required thing from the woman's side is not even just her being attractive, but being interested in the actual guy, innit? It's like there's no quality control. It's just that you're a woman, by default of you being a woman. And look, I appreciate everything women do. Everyone appreciates their mums and everything else. You know what I mean? Not like women are useless, of course not.
Of course
But
not.
when they're put on such a high pedestal, particularly by men, right? Because to me, people don't gas out of nowhere. Somebody gasses, when people get gassed over whatever, somebody's put them ideas in their head.
Yeah.
When you haven't got to do much as a woman, and especially nowadays when, you know, it's become widely known that, you know, the beauty is their commodity and they could use it to get anything, right?
Yeah.
And the men will follow on with it. You know, it makes life easier for them. I don't even blame some women for just not following the gender roles, because there'll always be another man to lap it up. And what you're saying about the workplace is true, because you see, well, the industry I'm in now, I'm surrounded by men. I'm fucking happy about that, because boy, working with women's a bit mad sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. But like you say, the highest positions, all, I think most of my previous managers have been women, or higher positions have been women. In terms of their wages they earn and everything else. So that wage gap thing it's a myth, definitely.
Yeah.
I've seen the stats in the chat, like we definitely got the harder physical, let's say physical jobs, mental jobs, the hours, the suicides, the deaths, etc. And again, it's one of them, I put it slightly on men as well, because I don't feel like, one of the biggest problems is, right, and I always say, for all the things I might agree or disagree with women, this is one thing I always give women, yeah? Even if they don't in public, they always back each other. Always.
Oh, that's one thing they always do, bro. They always back each other, bro.
And it's a strong thing, bro, because this is partly why men are falling by the wayside, because not enough men do so. And even more to the point, men a lot of the time will throw another man under the bus for the sake of women.
Yeah.
Or they're getting that approval. That overall then spreads to when, not even so much like feminism, but certain things to be passed, or things that will go towards women. A lot of men co-sign that and go into it, which, again, all around the society makes it harder for men overall. It just generally does. In terms of women as well, now you've got this weird thing now where it's like, because to me, if more the men were more, I don't use the word alpha, but stuck to their guns more, especially overall, women generally would fall in line. You know, there's always going to be somebody, number one, that's going to defend them to the hilt. Number two, that's going to so-called save them. You know, that's just not going to shame them and everything else. You know, when the mad behaviors, they're going to carry on. They're going to carry on. So a lot of the time it's men a lot of the time. A long time it's men a lot of the time. And I don't want to fully get on us as well, because I feel like, and a lot of people say this, men love harder. It's that whole thing of...
Yeah, men love harder, bro. That's men love harder, bro. We definitely love harder, man.
100%. And it's that whole notion of like, men see women as like their daughters, and women see men like their fathers. So it's always that we have to look after them type thing, which is all right. But again, with that no consequence type stuff, that's when you get women acting whatever. And then let's say someone like you, China, like when we was in Podx party, you know, they'll say something like, why aren't you married? And you're getting people, this guy, yeah, this guy. But that's for someone like you, it's a shock to their system, because they know you're right, but they ain't heard a man say that to them for time or even ever. It's like that saying, you know, when there's certain people that are feisty, that are mouthy, and it's partly because someone didn't give them a box in a while. It's like one of you ain't been punched in the face in a while. That's why your mouth's so big, bro. It's one of those.
Yeah, like, I think, you know, and that was like, and this is the thing, right? People think that I create viral moments. I don't. What happens is people reactions create viral moments, and then I react to them, and then the internet will pick them up, right? So they created that moment by not allowing me to speak and just articulate myself and tell you why. And essentially the reason, and I was gonna, like, and I did explain it. I said most men don't get, a lot of men don't actually get in marriage mind into their 30s. Then obviously I could account for some women, maybe some choices that I've made in women, you know what I mean? But then more, really what it comes down to is that it's the lack of women and available wives. Like, so they says in the, you know, in the Bible, the man that finds a wife finds a good thing and wins favor of the Lord. When they say the man that finds, it's because when you find that she's a wife already, like we don't make her into a wife, you know. You marry her because she's a wife.
Because
like,
you already is a wife, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, what? I found, you know, man, them say I found my wife. They don't say, oh, I found a girl and I'm gonna make her into a wife. What? You don't make a woman into a wife. She's either a wife or she's not. You know, just like trying to make. Imagine saying a woman's like, I got a guy and I'm gonna make him into my husband. They're gonna be like, what? You're gonna what? Make this guy to want to marry you? Like.
And no, I agree. And to be honest, like obviously some women do feel like they can mold men. And do you know that whole, just like you described, molding, changing somebody to the perfect person you want? It don't exist to me. Not genuinely, because even if you feel like you do manage to do it, like that's not genuinely them. Even if they change for you type stuff, they're changing the character to suit the situation. That's not the real them.
Yeah.
So it's never genuine, like you said. And you know, like you said, a woman has to come into a mindset of being a wife. It helps if she's raised that way.
Yeah.
It's little tiny things. It's not even just like domestic things. It's, you know what, you can tell a lot from a woman, right? How the way she interacts with the males in her family. If she's got her dad around, their relationship. If she's got brothers, a girl that's got brothers, if you meet a chick and she's got brothers, like, to see how they interact is really interesting, because it says a lot how she feels about men. How
like most of the time, it's like also girls with brothers also tend to understand violence as well. So girls with brothers tend to understand the violence, right, as well, because they're growing up with brothers, right? It's like, you know, when a woman has brothers, it's first of all, it tends to regulate her behavior as well, because when she's got brothers, she can't usually be out there just holding it up, because you know you know what brothers are like. When they got a sister, anyone that knows growing up in the era of where you had to call the household knows what I'm talking about. Oi, listen, you better have your best. Oi, listen, you're trying to dodge. Oi, you listen, brothers, yeah, they don't like. I used to, you know what I mean? So, yeah, they regulate, and I am someone that had sisters as well, so I know that you know, as a brother, you're literally there to protect them, to guide them, and also to stop any dumbass behavior, you know what I mean? Which is what you're there for. And women with brothers tend to understand men a little bit more because they've grown up around men. Just like a woman with a father, like there's a big difference with dating a woman with a father. There's a huge difference dating a woman who had a father in her life versus dating a woman without a father. And even down to how she respects men and how she sees men, you know, especially for, I'm not just talking about a woman didn't just have a father because he passed away or something. I'm talking about she didn't have a father because he was unproductive or he created, you know what I mean, bad trauma or resentment. How they then go on to treat men, it tends to follow that, because it tends to be how they look and see men. And yeah, so yeah, and these things tend to be part of the problem that tends to follow us or follow through life and then into the relationships with men. That's what I found anyway. And so when they're speaking about why you're not married, it's like I have women asking me why am I not married, and they are baby mamas. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, do you know why? It's crazy to me because you see, you're asking somebody, like, you've got a child by somebody, right? And now you're not with them anymore, right? Cool. Now you're back outside looking for a new man, right? At some point. You're gonna say it's not to be a stepdad or whatever. Okay, cool. But you still want another man to accept you, right? But it's like, you don't understand that me not having kids is one of the best possible things I can do as a man in my 30s, right? Like, not having any kids, not having a baby mama. See, the problem arises when you have, like, what's the point of me having a woman that has my child, but then I'm not going to be with her, but then I still have to go find a new woman that I want to go and be with, right? Yeah. So what tends to happen is, yeah, You know, chances are when people do this, they go get another woman that's got kids already, right? Sometimes they get a woman without kids, but a lot of times they do the blended family. So what happens is you leave your family, to go have a baby with someone else's family, to go look after another man's kids, while someone else then gets with your mum to look after your kids. You see how crazy this scenario is? Think about what I'm telling you. So you have people having kids with people that they don't want to be with. Then they go out and meet new people and have kids with those people. And those people are not going to look after these kids. But you have men that are in the house with their other kids, but they go and look after someone else's kids. Do you see what's gone mad now? And that is, I think that's almost psychotic. I think that's almost crazy. I think that's crazy because all I'm saying is, how about you just don't do that? How about you just close your legs? How about you exercise sexual discipline? You don't just shoot up in every girl. How about you don't? Because then what happens is people say, oh, but things happen. No, they don't. No, they don't. What adults? We need to, because if your 15-year-old daughter comes home to you and says things happen, what are you gonna say? So how about grown women telling me things happen? Things don't just happen. They don't. We're adults, and this is the thing. I put a lot of onus on accountability, both for men and women. And women don't like to be accountable. See, if a man says to me, "Oh, blood, oh, she trapped me," I'll be like, "What did she do? What did she do? What did she do? What she made you what? What she slip trip and you what fell in your dick? Like, is that what happened? You busted. What did you do? What did you do? Oh, but fam, no, fam, no, don't fam me, bro. Bro, bear back the thing, or you was unprotected and you shot up the club, and now you're having a baby, bro. It's not rocket science. Like, that's what you did, and now you're having a kid. And I told the man them that, and I won't feel sorry for you because you knew what you was doing when you was like. This is the thing. You knew exactly what you was doing. You're a grown person, because if your little brother or your son or daughter came home at school and they said, "Oh, you know what? You would not accept that." So how am I accept that from grown women? Come on. That grown women that can have a mortgage, or grown women that have mortgages, grown women that have jobs, this is one of the things that when they talk about men want to date younger women so they can manipulate them, bro. Manipulating young women? Are you joking? Older women, like I've said it, they will be the easiest to manipulate, especially the women with children. When you look at the Tinder swindler, he wasn't manipulating young women. He was manipulating grown-ass women with millions. Like, like, it's crazy to think that they'll say that, but they just say that because they hate younger women. They do. They're jealous.
100%, bro. 100%. And it's like you said, it's the whole thing of, oh, I was manipulated. No, it's not. You weren't manipulated. Is part of that is you created a fantasy in your head of how the situation was going to turn out. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are some men that are really good at selling a dream type stuff. But like you mentioned, we're adults. Like, surely there comes a point when you start to, okay, when we're teenagers and start to experience male and female interaction, okay, that might happen once or twice, yeah, fine. But there has to come a point when you realize within yourself that, okay, these lines or this lie or this sentence can't run on me anymore. You know, when you've got people in their 30s, 40s, and, oh, I was manipulated, like, what, really? So up at this point, you're doing what you're doing. And so if that's the case, that means you're like 45, but you've got a mentality of a 16-year-old. Then what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Is that you're never gonna get to grow, and then that's when you get people in their 50s and 60s. Oh, I want a man to settle down with you've passed that.
That's where they went. Nah. What did you say? What 50? Nah. Bro, that's when they go brazy, bro. That's when they go brazy, bro.
Bruv, 100%, bruv. 100%. And then, like you say, they're hating on the younger women. And the thing is that even with the hating on younger women sometimes, right? Sometimes I think the reasons are really silly, because usually it's like something superficial, because they're looking at usually how the young women look, certain attention, everything else. It's when I find they're hating on younger women, I tend to find they don't hate on things like younger wives or younger women that got long-term relationships. It's always the young single fun girls. It's always a particular archetype of young girl.
Yeah, because blood, they know blood. Wow, I had to pull that through, bro. That's because they belong to the streets, bro. They know, blood. They know, bro. they know because the young ones be outside, so they be hating the young ones, and the young ones gonna get all the man them. So I'm saying to you, bro, the young ones gonna get the man them, bro. That's what's going on, bro. Yeah.
Man's got the soundboard. I love it.
But I've got the soundboard. Sometimes I bring it out when you man drop it, man. I have to bring out the soundboard, bro. I have to bring out the soundboard, bro. I have to bring it out, man.
Bro, trust me.
Yeah, the older they be hating. I hear you, bro. I hear you about the older women. I hear you still. I hear you.
100%, fam. So it's bruv, it's a mad one. But again, like I say, I blame some guys as well because, like, even do you know what? Yeah, and I know I'm not a woman, but to be a good wife, look, it doesn't require. You lot are thinking about this way too much. It's not that difficult. It's not, because men are very simple creatures, you know. We're very simple.
Women, you know what it is? A lot of time women hate how little it takes us to actually make us happy. They actually hate it. Like that's why you're seeing that meme when they're like, with the they've literally the guy in his apartment and he's literally got just a mattress and his computer and his TV and he's playing 2K or something, and they're like, women hate how little it takes us. Some girl was basically cussing about it, and then they were like, women hate how little it takes us to make us happy, because you will have that, and then a woman will come in and be like, oh my god, you need a plant pot, you need this, you need that, you need this, and man was happy already. Like most of the things men wouldn't get unless women didn't want us to have it. Versus women act like, you know, most of the things that we do is for women, because if women didn't need, listen, look, I'm telling you, if a man could get you basically walking on his Fled Flintstones without having a nice car, without having an apartment, he would get you and he would throw you over the bench, brother, and keep you there. But because you require, he's gonna have to go and get all the things you require. But essentially, men are quite simple, and whenever you hear about I wasn't happy, this is why people talk about happiness and in marriage. The reason why women leave their relationships 70 to 80% of the time and break up marriages is because of unhappiness. But happiness is a state of mind. No one is ever happy all the time. And you cannot be responsible for someone else's happiness. It becomes quite a precarious place to find yourself in, because when you're responsible for creating someone's happiness, you become now basically a clown. And you have to keep entertaining. And one day that person, your jokes might not be funny anymore. And then that's going to come at the detriment of, now they're going to fire the court. You was the court jester. And now it's all over for you right now. And actually going to get a divorce now. Now, men don't tend to be like that. And we love hard. That's why when a guy breaks up with a woman, when a man breaks up with a woman, he's not going to get into a relationship straight away. He might go out and have sex. First of all, he won't get sex as quick as the woman will. But if he gets it, a lot of time, it will only make them feel how empty they feel in comparison to the woman. Now, you know, women, you know, she can break up with you and go on demon time and go and do whatever she wants, essentially, because she controls it. But, you know, they don't understand that, you know, it takes a lot for us men to actually get into relationships. And then a lot of times afterwards, we hurt a lot more. So guys won't necessarily let another woman in. It's a lot harder for a man to, especially when you realize how available sex is. Like, it's crazy because women have cheapened sex. They've cheapened it to the point where it doesn't mean anything. And the reason why I say this is you can't put sex on a pedestal. Stop putting, ladies and gentlemen, this is for Instagram. You guys are there. Please do not put sex on a pedestal, because by doing that, what you do is you inflate it. And women have deflated it because of feminism and the fact that a woman has the right to choose and have consensual sex with who she wants, of course. But you not even like with the explosion and OnlyFans and adult work and the stuff that women do, you can't even, basically they call it slut shaming. You can't do that anymore. It's literally like a hate crime almost, right? So it's like, bro, what's the standard now, my guy?
Oh man, like you said,
what's the standard?
Bro, I'm glad you brought that up, yeah, because for example, like you talk about the breakup thing. I recently did that. I won't go into detail right now, but I recently did that, and I've got no interest in getting with anybody or anything else right now. Even like you say with the sex thing, because it's just there, bruv. It's so available, and I'm gonna say this as a black dude.
Say it.
I feel like we understand this more than anyone else. You know, getting sex is easy. Getting sex is not an issue. If man them all wanted to get late, what is it, 9:30? Bruv, by tomorrow morning, man's getting late. If you really wanted to, really wanted to. Like you said, it's been cheapened and it's widely available. It's, bruv, there's no if any value to it anymore, bruv. It's like you said, it's empty, bruv. Like,
but especially like, it's like, first of all, you haven't protected sex rights, so already, like, you know, anyone that's really had sex, they know, man, like, that shit is dead, yo. But you know what I mean? So you're out there having, well, yeah, you should be having protected sex, but essentially, like, I believe, you know, there's no science behind it, but there's enough, you know, urban legends, but, you know, there's sexual energy, a transfer of energy, you know what I'm trying to say to you. There's been some science on it, but there's nothing that's concrete. But essentially, sex is a transfer of energy, and you know, when you sleep with people that sleep with loads of other people, you end up. It's not just bodily fluids you're exchanging. You actually exchange spiritual fluids. Can we say spiritual fluids? You do spiritual energy because you're now interacting with this person, and it's like you might think this person is nothing, but then what does that make you? See, if you're like, oh, she's nothing, she's a hoe, she's this, she's easy, but then if she's easy, then what does that make you lying down with her? Do you get me? You know what I'm trying to say to you? 100%. And you have to be, you know, you have to just live you don't have to live enough, but if you've lived enough, you will know that, like, that thing where you have to go out and you have to chat to girls. First of all, I don't even speak to girls when I go out. Everyone knows what I'm like. I've said it before, especially in the Me Too era. I'm like, girls need to speak to me. But I've been like that. But it's like, I think you got to do things a little bit different, man. A little bit different, bro. And you need to, for men as well, we need to maneuver different. But women have cheapened sex, and men will. Before, we used to have to put a ring on your finger to get your body, now it's cheapened. So then why would men want you if you just cheapened everything? You know what I'm trying to say to you? And then you've lowered the price and you've lowered the stock and you've lowered everything. So now you've created a scenario where you've cheapened it for everybody. So I think women need to start raising the standards up again, and then men will follow. But as long as you keep dropping the standards, men were never gonna raise the standards back up. Why would they? They wouldn't have to. You know,
100%. 100%. Women didn't need to complicate the thing, bro. Look, apart from their looks, their biggest commodity is their body and what's between their legs, right? Women still hold out to a thing of, okay, and I know some women have what they consider a standard. If you've got a certain amount of money, clout, status, you've got that certain guy, you can have my body. That's not the same, because that's just not the same. That's very superficial. If it should be, if I'm not going to be taken seriously, if I'm not going to be as in your woman, because your woman should be the one forever, technically speaking, and like you said, standard up, then men would have to follow on. Women don't worry about certain guys, and I know there's certain guys that they try to move to you, or they're on it, and then they will have an emotional response, or those guys are very few. Most men understand the concept of that, and if it was kept high, if the standard was kept high, not even just sex, but to have the woman, you know, because I shouldn't say just sex, because a woman giving herself to a man, because that's what she's doing. She's giving herself, and I don't think enough women, they think they know their worth, but I don't think they do, or they don't know the worth of the essence
if they
of
knew
a woman.
Their worth, they wouldn't keep having babies by these men expecting us to not consider it as anything. Like, you know, and that's the truth of the matter. Like, they keep doing that. Bro, you know what I mean? Like,
me personally, yeah, I would never. As I said this to my friend's mum, I said, if you was to ever break up and whatever, I'm not having kids with another woman, you know. That's it. It's either just my son and that's all. That's it. Like, I've never understood the concept of women having kids by multiple men. That's madness to me. That's madness to me. That you got to that stage with more than one guy, especially if it's 3, 4, 5, and it's always a certain type of guy as well. Like, I don't understand that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like, that's crazy. That's just crazy concepts to me, bro. But you know what? Like you said, the same with guys as well. I mean, I don't know if people like Durex and that are still in like operation in these companies, because it's like nobody buys condoms, bro. I don't understand.
Nah, they're bad. But people more worried about COVID than what's out there, man. They were wearing masks when they need to be wearing jimmies, my god damn.
So there are cities in America. I'm the resident American on this show, where especially like a lot of black women, if you wanna wrap it up, they see it as an insult. Like, what you don't think I'm clean? And they'll be like, yeah, have you got that before? I've gotten that before, bro. They're like, they want you to dive in raw, and I put one on anyway. You have to like, huh? Yeah, I put one on, and they take it as an insult. Like, what, you think I'm dirty? It's like, am I honestly having a conversation with you about why I want to put a Jimmy hat on before we get it in? Like, I've had that conversation. They're like, what do you have? Well, what does that mean? Yeah. So here's the thing about, okay, this is kind of statistically insignificant, but this still happens. So there are women who hold the box close up until they're like in their mid-30s. They're like, oh shit, I gotta change. Because here's the thing. I said it in the chat. Men, we will not get to know a woman in a relationship way until sex happens. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not. Like, men get to know women in two ways. One, to have sex with them. And until you sleep with the guy, ladies, he will not switch over to see if you can benefit his life until sex happens. That's why women are like, I'm going to make him wait 6 months. If he just wants to smash and dash, he will wait 6 months.
And smash and dash.
And dash. So honestly, I appreciate when a girl wants to, if a girl wants to sleep with you on the first, second, third date, or the first 2 weeks, get it out of the way, because I'm not gonna see you relationship style until we have sex.
Hey Doug, listen, I'm not gonna think any different of her. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, people, you know what it is? Because remember, she'll make you wait 6 months, and then she busts it open for Tyrone after the rave, he beat in the back of the car. Like, and then when that happens, when you hear that, your heart's gonna sink. You know, when you realize you've been taken out to dates, and then the man told you, oh my God, I just took that from the rave and beat it in his car. But you're gonna be so mad at her. And the maddest thing is, girls will say that, but she'll be like, no, like she looked at you serious. What do you mean?
Your audio is fuzzy, bro. Your audio is fuzzy for some reason.
Can you hear me now?
Say something.
Can you hear me?
Okay, it's better now. It was all fuzzy, but go ahead. Say what you said again.
I said, they'll be like, oh, she's the reason she slept with him straight away and she made you wait is because she's looked at you as serious and she didn't look at him as serious. I'm like, hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Just hold on a second. So wait. He got it the first night because she didn't like him, but I gotta wait 6 months because she likes me. No, wait. And this is modern women's, and in her mind she'll be like, yeah, because I actually like you. No. And if you like me, you better bust it open the first night like him, and then we'll talk about the 6 months, whatever. But because in a man's mind, he's gonna think like you're charging him way more for the same price that you gave to someone else. And I know women want to feel like but in reality, no man wants to feel less than the next man. Do you get me? Especially if you just and women.
Not only that, a lot of women realize that all they have to offer due to sex.
Yeah.
Like, especially when they get older.
Can I ask you a question? I said to women, what do you do, especially when you break up with a man, right? And then you're trying to get his attention and you cannot offer sex. How do you get a man back into your house when he doesn't want sex? What do you do? I've said this before because you realize they can't do a lot. You see, Doug, when you don't want to deal with a woman no more and she's trying to make you go around the house and the rest of it, what can she do to make you go there if you don't want sex? Because you won't go. But most men, at some point, they will go weak because she's gonna tell, you know what I mean? But if you cannot be ruled by sex, all of a sudden you become free. You become one of the most free men available. And this is why I duck these OnlyFans girls, because regardless of what so many of these guys say, they simp for these OnlyFans girls. Go find me one. I've been doing this for like a year. And I see OnlyFans stripper girls all the time. Go find me one which says no, because like
answer Chloe's question in the chat.
what's the
Do you see
question?
it? She said, "Do you mind on the first night, China?
Do I what?
Like, what are your impressions of a girl that you smashed on the first night?
What do you mean?
Do you think less of her? Do you think more? Does it change your opinion? What?
I don't think less of her. No,
I don't either. I really don't either. Because
I don't think less of her because most girls will give it to me in the first night anyway. So
I think that's
like
that's kind of like one of the biggest compliments that you can get in dating is a girl smash you on the first or second night. That means that you're that type of guy that she like. Look, if you every guy that a woman has smashed on the first night is the guy that she's going to be dreaming about when she's sleeping with the guys she hasn't smashed on the first night.
And like being the guy she smashed on the first night is literally the guy she's not going to be with. Like, and it's actually mad because you actually feel violated when a girl does that. Certain times, you know what? Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you, guys. Can you like the chat? Guys, feel free. I'm about to give you some story time, right? We're about to do story time, so I would appreciate if someone hits the super chat right now because I'm about to divulge a little story time for you, brother. So someone hit the super chat right now. Donations all available, right? So let's go. Hit the like. Don't forget to hit the likes, all right? So let's go. So, all right. So when I remember like a couple years back in it, but when I came out of a relationship, right? And then I must have gone out and I must have met a girl at a house festival or something. And I don't go house festivals like. So I'm saying to you, so because already it's not my type of thing. But I remember when I broke that relationship, like my brother was like, "Oh, you need to go and do something different. You need to go do something different, innit? You need to go around different people and the rest of it, innit?" So obviously I was like, okay, cool, let me go there. So I've gone there. Cut a long story short, I met this girl, innit? So I'm saying to you, and look, like everything was cool, innit? Everything was blessed up, innit? So, but the first night. We've gone back to her place with everyone, like, and they're all doing like hard drugs and like what hard drugs? They're doing balloons, doing all like all that party scene stuff in it. And I'm not there, innit? I'm not into that in it, but I'm just chilling in it. And I remember she was like, "Oh, I didn't drink no alcohol, nothing." And she, they were telling me, they were like, "Oh, you're not doing nothing. You're tripping me out." They're like, "You're tripping me out." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Oh, how can you be here? You're not on nothing." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I'm just being easy, like I'm nice, innit? I'm just holding a vibe." So that tripping me out. Anyway, cut a long story short. Innit? That night, like obviously she had bare people. And I remember she lived, it was like, I don't know, it was one of those places where they had a couple friends and there's like shared accommodation. So they had bare people in one room. And then obviously, man must have gone next door, innit? Cut a long story short, innit? Man done my thing, innit? And then man started linking up for like, I think it's about 3 weeks, innit? And because I come out of a relationship, I remember like automatically like trying to like she started, like just started doing that wife. She started like doing certain things for me, innit? So I was like, okay, cool. But she must have gone away, innit? She must have gone away. I think she went away for a trip overseas for something happened, innit? Or I was going overseas. I went to Amsterdam. I can't remember. I went somewhere overseas. But then everything was cool until I went away. And then when I come back, like she was moving a bit different, innit? Yeah. Cool. So basically, she must have just gone cold on man, innit? But this is after freeing it up and giving it to man on tapping it for like 3 weeks, innit? Yeah. Cool, innit? Just giving it to man on water flow and just on tap, it was just flowing. I didn't even want it, bro. The coochie was just flowing, yeah. Okay, cool. So now she's done that. I'm like, all right, cool. So next time I've gone to the festival, I've seen her out there, innit? Like, and then now when I've seen her out there, bro, I've seen her out there, she's with some next guy. So I'm saying to her, innit, yeah? Okay, cool. And she was some tall black guy she's there with, you get me, yeah? So I'm saying he was taller than me. I was like, this girl likes some tall, innit? So I'm saying, you get me, he was taller than me. And then obviously I see her doing a thing with a guy, so I was like, okay, that's what she's on, innit? Yeah, cool. Now fast forward something else, innit? Basically, like she must have started linking one of my brethrens, innit? Yeah. Well, when I say my brethrens, I said like one of my boys that I was playing football with. We was playing football together. So we was on the same football team. You know, like the Sunday league. So basically, during the pandemic, like you was allowed to meet up to go and do exercise, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we was all linking up to do football, innit? So man was doing football with my man. So then he comes across to me one time and says to me, "Yo, try." He's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Yo, man, yeah, I just want to let you know that man's like seeing my girl." I was like, and he was like, "Yeah, so she told me that you know, you were seeing her before, like, so like obviously I just want to check it's okay." And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, bro, you're checking it's okay that you wanna date a girl that man beat, like, do you get me? Like, are you okay? Like, so by the moment he done that, first of all, what I said in my mind was I rate her for what she did, because usually women don't do that. They're gonna hide the fact. But what she did is she did preemptive strike. She went straight in there and said, "You see what? You're and she basically said to my man, innit? But the way she's gonna she spun it like, oh, man was whipped over her or something, or man was trying to whatever. So when he's come across to me, he's been like, "Oh, look, I'm just letting you know." Okay, cool. So I'm like, all right, do his thing. But my man starts wifing the girl properly. When I'm saying properly, he starts wifing it. Then next minute, he's moved the girl in, like he's traveling. I don't know, go and see the family and doing all these things. So I'm like, oh, I see what she's trying to do now. So, obviously, he's now had a baby with her and that. He's not had a baby with her. But you got to remember, forget me and the other guy. She's been outside. Imagine all the guys she's been outside, like, do you get me? Imagine all the guys she's been outside since all of that time. So I'm saying to this, innit? Like, bro, man will put it on a pedestal. Like, you know, like certain men are simps, you get me, bro? Some of these girls do way too much. And as long as certain men are gonna be willing to do that, and you know, bro, they're gonna be messing up the game for the real ones, bro. So I'm saying to you, and how can a man come and do that knowingly, know that while you're, but no, bro, no. But women will do way too much, and then there's always going to be a guy that's going to, but let me tell you what's going to happen to him in the end. It's going to end badly for him. It always does, bro. It always does. You can't save them. You can't. What's the chat saying?
I want to address, so, Jod said, because I said in the chat, I said, he said sleeping with a man on the first date will just rack up bodies. That's counterproductive advice. We want women with less bodies, not more. And I said I agree with you up to a certain age. When a woman's 35, man, you can't play games like you're 20. We all know that we all know you smash your way through your 20s, man. Any woman over 35, especially if she has kids, shouldn't be making a man wait for shit.
Nah. If you have kids, you need to bust. If you have kids, you need to bust it open the first night. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Because here's the thing, ladies, if you meet a guy who you would have a relationship or marry, you need to give it up to him on the first night so he can start auditing you for relationship or marriage right away. Right away. And the guys who want to get married.
Audio.
Is that me? No.
Yeah.
The guys who want to get married, you know, Kevin Samuel said, what, 6 months to a year? He needs to spend that 6 months to a year auditing you for a relationship, not waiting for sex. Try and make a guy who's achieved something, educated, wait for sex for 6 months. Get the fuck out of here. Are you crazy? I'm telling you, man, I do not look down on women who give it up on the first or second night. I don't look down on them at all. Because once again, like, most of the time you can assume, I just met too many girls who held on to it real close until her 30s. Then she realized this whole holding on to sex shit's not working.
Listen. I don't judge someone if it's who you are. What I don't like is when people try to pretend or try to be something they're not. And you know, like, you're getting me. So I'm saying to you, like, I I want people to be honest, man, and that's what we want. I don't want
Chloe be trolling in the chat. I'm telling you, all women think that their pee is fucking gold. You know, that their freaking vag is gold and it's copper a lot of the time. It's freaking.
That's why I
it's
said
tin foil.
I said a lot of women think they're good at sex. In reality, men just lie. Most women are terrible at sex, and men just lie to you. So.
Yep. What can you say?
Yo, China. I was gonna say I'm gonna have to come back in because my thing's freezing on this side too. So I'm gonna come back.
No worries, bro. No worries, bro.
All right, bro.
But yeah, this whole thing where if I sleep with him on the first night, he's gonna think that I'm a slut. No, we're all adults here, man. We're all adults. And here's the thing: it's not. We don't judge you if you're a slut if you sleep with me on the first night. It's how you start acting after that. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing: women think that like men don't talk about their sexual exploits as much as women do. Women don't realize you can whore yourself around town if you keep your mouth shut. The problem is a lot of women can't keep their mouth shut.
They can't keep their mouth shut or their legs, apparently. Oh, hey, they can't keep their mouth or their legs shut. You know what I'm saying? They can't, bro. They can't.
Yeah, as for the whole gender wars thing, I remember one of our favorite people, one of our mutual friends, Miss Energy and Chakras. This is a long time ago, and she said that she said that there was the masculine energy fighting against the feminine energy, and I was like, you got that all wrong, dude. I said no, men are disengaging. That's why you see women complaining about, oh, where are all the good men? I go to bars and clubs and singles events, and there's no men. And even in the workplace, it's just masculine women versus feminine women, and a lot of guys are just disengaging. And so and the one trump card that men are, you talked about it earlier. Women will always need men more than men will need women, especially if you take out procreation. Okay, men can win alone, women can't.
No.
There have been soldiers off the war for the 100 years war between England and France. Soldiers gone for 5, 10, 20 years and shit. Only 40% of men have freaking reproduced. And so this whole it's a and then also third wave feminism needs conflict to survive. So they'll always find another conflict, another war to fight, another issue to fight, even when there is none. So when it comes to who needs who, I think that women need men. Well, I think that men and women should be together, but women just keep this adversarial thing between men and women because part of modern female empowerment is being adversarial and combative towards men.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it's empowering saying no to your man. I don't get it. Men want to say yes to you, ladies, but you have to say yes to him. Yeah. Just say the most attractive thing a woman can do besides not being fat is say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Hey, honey, I want to go to the freaking football match on Saturday. Okay. I want to go to this new restaurant and freaking I've never been there. You guys always talk about shortage. Okay, sure. Just say yes.
Yeah.
Say yes. All you gotta do.
Amazing things happen when you say yes. So amazing things tend to happen when people say yes. So say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. Amazing things happen when you say yes. That's what I believe anyway. There's a movie called Yes. There's a movie called The Yes Man with Jim Carrey. Have you seen it?
Yeah, that was good.
And the reason why I love that movie because yes, it's comedy, but essentially, guys, if you haven't seen that movie, it stars Jim Carrey, and essentially, his character, He's just a guy which just basically just says no to everything. He's not really a good friend. He doesn't turn up to anything. He doesn't do much in life. He just goes to work, comes back. He's one of those real depressed. Like if he was a woman, he'll be 100% one of those Karens. But that's it. He just and he says no to everything. And then one day, you know, he's supposed to turn up for one of his friends. I think his friend's stag do night or wedding or something along the lines. And he doesn't turn. And he doesn't turn up. And his friend just says to him, "Look, you like." Bob, you're just shit, bro. You're a shit friend, and like we're just tired of this, man. We're not dealing with this no more. And then he bumps into an old friend that says to him, you know, you need to go to a seminar, the power of saying yes. And he goes to one of these, you know, seminars with these gurus, and essentially, he's told that, you know, if he needs to start saying yes, and things will happen for him. And he starts saying yes, and there's comedy and lots of things happen. So, but when you say yes, let me explain to you the power of saying yes. The power of saying yes. And I literally had a conversation with someone about yesterday. I was like, when you say yes, it opens an infinite amount of doors. Infinite amount of doors that lead on to infinite amount of doors. So when you say yes, for example, let me give you something basic. You say yes. You don't want to go out to an event. You're tired, for example.
Oh, come up here. Join the conversation. Since you're putting so much in the chat, go ahead, China.
Yeah, you're tired, so you go to an event. You go to an event. You're tired, but then when you get to that event, you know you bump into someone, and then that person introduces you to someone else, and then they say, "Right, I want you to come onto this show," and you go to that show, and then because of that show, you meet someone else, and then because of that, like infinite amount of things happen. But if you said no, that was it. You was never gonna go there. You wasn't gonna meet nobody. Nothing was gonna happen for you. But when you say yes, it opens infinite amount of doors, yeah. And that's why you should try to say yes to most things. Like obviously, in like sensibly, but you should try to say yes to most things, because when you say yes to most things, it opens doors and opportunities. But when you close them, and sometimes, a lot of the times, what you might say yes to might not necessarily be the thing that you necessarily might want to do, but it would lead to the next thing. So then when you look back at something, you'll be saying, oh, you know what? I never intended on doing this, but when I went there. So most of the things that, if we look back in our life, they happen because of off the chance, right? You know what I mean? So a lot of times it's just, so yeah, so that's what it based upon saying yes. So what he's saying is say yes to your husband, say yes to your man, because by saying yes, you will then go to places and do things that will make you think differently. And on top of that, he will then act differently based upon what you're saying yes to.
Yep.
So then you're more likely to, and the reason why there's some women, I said this before, there's some women that get everything from their man. They will buy them cars, they'll buy them houses, they'll pay for their trips, they will do whatever. They won't question them when they're out with their girls. They will, do you know why? Because she says yes. So because she says yes, he then says yes to everything else. Do you know what I mean?
I always say, women, you won't have to fight in the world of men if you find a good man and say yes, because he'll give you the world. It's true. I don't understand why women just say no all the time. No. And here's the thing: men navigate in a way for our families, community, God, country. Men do that. Women don't. I told you, one of the reasons why the housing market is so messed up here in the United States is like 123,000 more single women own homes than single men. Biggest difference why a man buys a house and a woman buys a house. A man will buy a house and say, you know what? I can put a wife and kids in this house. A woman buys a house as a status symbol and as a disqualifier for potential mates. Women, go ahead.
Everything I see them do now is always based upon to show I'm a boss woman. And like, I would think if a man started saying, I'm doing all this to show I don't need a woman, I'll tell him, bro, that's some of the most rainbow stuff I've ever heard. Because
Chloe put in the chat, she said men don't, what'd she say? She said, men don't act like they're independent. And I said, what does that mean? Like, how, like all the stuff that women say I'm independent about are just being an adult. Like
I'll be honest with you. She went to a good school. You know, she kept a good circle, but all the men she speaks about are some of the most, every time she speaks about men, it just seems like trash men, like men that don't have their own play, like they don't work. I'm like, what type of men do you deal with? Like being independent, having your own, is just like a standard. It's not. I'm not here screaming and saying, "Oh my God, I live by myself and I have my own man." That's just basic. Like it's just basic. But women will have these stuff and they'll think like, that's what. Congratulations. That's what feminism allowed you to have. That. Like that's you can go out there and you can work and you can do all the things that a man can do and you get opportunities. What do you want? You want an award? You're not doing nothing godly. You're not walking on water. You're being an adult. Congratulations. Welcome to women. Welcome to being a grown woman. This is what women fought for.
Yeah, I agree. I don't understand like all the freaking extra credit that women want for doing the basic stuff. Like the requirements of a man, women do and want praise for it. And I'm just like, what? Like, yeah, man. I don't
Hey, Chloe, what's up today? You been drinking or something? Why she's been? Have you been drinking? You're on a little on the sauce because she's been getting hype in the chat. Chloe, you got a lot? You got a lot to say today. You got a lot to say, huh? Huh? She got a lot to say today.
Yeah. Another angle is the whole you know that 50% of women say that they would rather work for a male boss than a female boss.
Yeah, because they know.
Now they want more female leaders, but they want them over the men, not the women. And KB said that women show out for each other against men, but women really can't stand each other, bro. They really can't. Most women can't stand each other, bro. It's crazy. That's why I like the sisterhood. It's strong against men, but nothing else. Yep.
Sisterhood is fake because they'll steal your man anyway. Women don't. The sisterhood is fake. Don't listen to women, man. The sisterhood is fake. They will steal your man. They will take your man.
Chris Rock had that clip and he said, ladies, watch out because a woman will steal your husband. She will steal your husband. You better watch out. You better not hang around these girls. But men,
Doug, just hold on men. Just hold the chat for a second. Doug, just hold the chat for a second. Doug, take over the chat for a second.
Yeah, Chris Rock said, men, when another man will not steal your wife. He'll sleep with her, but he won't steal your wife. No way. And that's true. I think it's true, 100%, man. I'm telling you.
I said, I'll enjoy your wife. I won't take her from you, though. I'll just enjoy her.
Wait, Chloe, I'm trying to understand your question. What about if a guy wants sex? Do you go along even if you're not? There is no mood where men don't want sex. That's a stupid question. That's one of the dumbest questions I've ever heard. One of the most attractive things you can do for a man is initiate sex. Just go for it. Wake your man up with the freaking, I'm telling you, don't underestimate the power of a woman and your wife initiating sex. That's one of the coolest things ever. Like, girl, what are you doing? Oh, snap. I'm telling you, there's no scenario where a guy doesn't want sex. So get that out your mind. You are, but yeah, guys, make sure to tune in because China's going to be going live 8:30 GST multiple days this week, and make sure you like the channel and subscribe. And he's really going to broadcast a lot on YouTube because IG keeps taking down his My Name is China Instagram, and so he's finally over here on YouTube. But I don't know what Instagram's problem is, man. I really don't, because I've never really heard China say anything too out of pocket, but they keep taking his main IG down. And make sure to follow my channel, Doug MPA. I do red pill stuff, red pill videos, favorite topics on my channel, women in debt, baby mamas. Yeah, I cover all that stuff. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. Obviously a man's job is to understand and cater to women, as long as it's not a regular thing, of course. No, Chloe.
I heard baby mamas.
Chloe,
my favorite.
Women can't be funny. Name one funny female comedian. I'll wait. Name one.
Women ain't funny.
Name one. I can't think of one. I can't think of one funny female because they don't have to be funny. Guys that are goofy looking are like, look, I got to get women somehow, so I got to make them laugh, and they know that that's the only chance, so they have to hone that skill. Whereas women, like, especially like pretty comedians, I'm like, you are not funny, not at all. Mm-mm.
A man's job is also to understand and cater to his woman, as long as it's not a regular thing, of course. Yeah, I mean, cater, don't simp. Cater, don't simp, bro. Don't simp, bro.
So, what would you think? What would you say are the differences between catering and simping?
Huh?
What's the difference between catering and simping?
Ca-
Catering is like romance. Okay, here's the thing. I think that a woman can earn chivalry.
Catering and simping. For me, catering is making sure your wife is the requirements that she needs in order for her to, be your wife, be your missus, the upkeep, and
Yeah,
then simping is just basically working every hour of the day to provide for a woman that doesn't appreciate what you're doing. You're basically doing an exchange for things. So those relationships where you're doing things in exchange for sex or something when she really should be giving you sex anyway. So it becomes, like you don't want to be in a scenario where everything you do is based upon reward, or like you become some type of lapdog, you know what I mean? And that is simping essentially, or telling women things that are lying based upon,
have you heard of
outcome.
that? Have you heard of that term, chore play?
What's
It's like
short play?
foreplay, but chore play. They say there are articles in American magazines saying you want to turn your women on, guys. Do some chores around the house.
Well,
That'll
no
make her
women,
hot.
well, nah.
Chore play.
If you want to turn her on, cheat on her. Nah, okay. Nothing like reminding her that other women want you too. Like, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's
Go to the
funny.
gym, join the gym, get hedge.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, I just think this whole do men need women? Women need men. Like, and here's the thing: women started this conversation. I've never heard a man say, "I don't need a woman." I've never heard it. But
That would
women
be one of the
say
gayest things I ever heard. If you say
they
you
don't
don't
need
need a
men.
woman, I would automatically think you're either going to like you're gonna go join one of the monks or something, or you're deciding to, you know,
Yeah, you
you're rainbow ganging because why would you say why would you say you don't want women? Like I don't. If a woman said to me, "Oh, I don't want men," never, I would ask her, "You or none," or maybe you prescribe to the LGBTQ, because it would make sense. If someone came out with that broad statement, I would be like, "Well, why? Like, is it religious based? Is it sexual orientation based?" If you just said no, just because men piss me off, I'll be like, "Rah." I'll be like, wait, I don't know what type of man you'll be. Man, listen, for you to be put off men, it lets me know you dated one specific type of men repeatedly after, and all of those men gave you trauma, 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 trauma. So you liked it. You was turned on by it to the point of where, you know, you was turned off. So
one of my sister's friends, my sister's in her late 40s, and she has this friend who's still somewhat attractive, for being in her mid to late 40s, and she's on this I'm solo dolo thing, and she flirts with guys and gets them interested, and then like pushes them away, like makes it a point to push them away.
yeah,
And because my sister was telling me about her, and I said it's all good for her until her time runs out, because there's going to be a time where no man is going to see her, like nobody, and she's going to
yeah.
look back because she had some traumatic experiences when she was young. But you will most people will figure that trauma out, and by the time they do, it's going to be too late. That's the problem. Too late. You're going to be walking around invisible. You see that story of that Paulina Politskova chick. She was a famous model in the 80s and freaking early 90s. And now she's 57 and she's just invisible. And she's trying to do this whole like ageism thing where it's not fair that women are invisible when they get older and I'm still sexy. And now that I'm 58, it's just like, no, you're
No,
not.
you're not. No, you're not. You're not. You'll be sexy to your husband if you had one. but you don't.
Yeah.
But you're trying.
Well,
You're trying to bend society to fit your narrative, but it won't work.
and she was married. There's this famous group in the 80s called the Cars. She was married to the front man of the Cars for like 25 years, 27 years, and like she was literally just like a pretty face. And then she like while they were together, that she like went to school and became cultured and started getting involved in all this charity and stuff. So she wanted to be appreciated for something else besides her looks. So she became contentious, and he's like, "Look, like you're just like my pretty wife, like that's it." And she's like, "Well, I want to be appreciated more for that. And if you don't appreciate me for what I want to be appreciated for, I'm going to walk out the door. I'm going to walk out the door." He said, "Fine, leave." He said, "Go." And so they separated, and 2.5 years later, they're still working through the divorce, and then he died of cancer.
Okay.
And but she was just, it's just like he literally says, like, "Look, I married you because you're nice and you're pretty." And then she thought, well, if I go to school and do all these charity events and become cultured, he's gonna appreciate me as a cultured woman. He's like, "No,
Yeah.
you're." But he said, "You want to leave? Leave. Go. See you later." Just walked away. And that's one of your greatest powers, guys. Walk away. Some girl starts tripping or doing something you don't want her to do. Don't make a big fuss. Just turn around and walk away.
Mm.
So
Just
look at
turn
that.
around.
Chloe is saying, "I love men. I need a man." If you can admit that, Chloe, you are already on your way to success.
But the next thing it needs to be, okay, cool, but I love men, I need a man, but do you know what men want and what you need to do to keep a man and cooperate with a man? And that's the bit they tend to have the problem with, because she's saying that in the chat, but I've spoken to her twice now in the chat, and I think, you have to be ready to be a little bit more, receptive to what men necessarily want. So Hazy, you want to jump into the chat? Can you make sure you have your camera turned on, please? You need to have your camera turned on, facing, and I'll get you into the chat. So that's Hazy. That's in the green room currently now. If you want to jump in the chat, that's fine, but just have your camera turned on, please.
Yeah, because the honestly, saying yes to a man, it seems like so much to women, but it's just not. It's not like there's so many experiences that like guys want to show, like, as a man, there's nothing. It's so cool when you show a woman something for the first time, your interest, or you're the first person to take her to like a new city or a new trip, and women just want to say no. I'm like, why? You know how much you said it earlier. You know how many doors will open if you just say yes, but women want to keep those doors closed for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why, man. I'm just telling Instagram over here to join the live.
Let me once again, thank you for everyone for being on the show. Make sure you're liking the channel. You're liking the video, subscribing to the channel.
Yeah, that person they hopped out of the chat, or maybe they didn't want to show their face. Guys, I don't mind getting you guys in here. To just make sure you have your camera turned on, so we can, because we don't do black squares over here. No, we don't do black squares over here. That's not what we do.
But yeah, other than that, like, this whole gender war thing, women made it up. Women are gonna let them fight it out, dude. If women want to find out how strong and independent they can be, just let them be strong and independent all the way over there, man. Let them figure out how hard life is out there, because men, we already know it. We already know how hard life can, and women are choosing to have a hard life like men. Why would you choose that, China? Why would you choose to live the life as a man if you weren't a man?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, Doug, I'm gonna get her in here, and then you jump in the chat, and then give me some of that fire from the chat quickly. Yeah.
All right, brother. Always good talking to you.
All right, guys, bro. Thank you. Yes, man. Shout out to Doug MPA for putting up there. Yeah, man. Like he said a lot. Said a lot of stuff. I agree. He said a lot of stuff. I definitely agree. You know what I mean? I definitely agree. You know, what do you think? What do you think? You know?
Hi.
Oh, hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I think, first of all, I haven't been drinking. I've just been making.
I
I've
mean,
just been making comments. That's it. I've just been
man,
participating in the
no,
conversation.
I appreciate your participation. It was just on. It was a bit on fire today. So that what's going on? You've been hyped today. What's up?
I'm a bit nocturnal, so I kind of wake up at night anyway. But no, I just think, I think some of my comments have been misconstrued. I said that men, they said men that your the other guy was saying men don't need women, and that's fair enough. Everybody should be self-sufficient to a point, but I'm just saying some men don't seem to necessarily act like that. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more about level of maturity and things like that. So I'm not saying all men are like that. Of course they're not. But I just think everybody needs somebody. You can't act in silo all the time. So all this, oh, I can just move on, get on, get on. Yeah, you have to. That's life. But that doesn't mean you want to be on your own forever,
Yeah, of
acting like
course.
you don't want anybody in your life. So that's what I'm saying.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, you want a man then? How's that? How's your man? How's your man? Your manhunt. Literally a manhunt. Wow,
It's
manhunt.
not. I wouldn't. I mean, first of all, I don't approach men, but
Okay.
obviously you have to make eye contact. If someone's making eye contact with you,
How's the eye contact going for you?
yeah, it's all right. I mean, I guess you get people that look.
You're not
They
looking at man at
smile.
the bus stop. You're not looking at man at the bus stop, as you said.
But it's not. It's not. No, no. I mean, I feel like you can meet anyone at any point in time. You don't know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. But I just think that was just like a little joke, as we said before. But I
Yeah.
just think in certain environments, you're you should manage your expectation in certain environments. So if you're in a club, I think you need to manage your expectation. That doesn't mean you can't meet someone, but you just got to be okay. This is the kind of
Yeah.
environment that I'm in, so understand that that is an active competition that is taking place. There's loads of girls
Yeah.
there, loads of guys there. So yeah, that's all.
Okay.
But yeah, you can meet someone on a bus, I guess.
So what are you telling me?
So the whole thing is, I just think the whole thing about not giving it up on the first day, and like you
Yeah.
wouldn't look at somebody any less, and
Go on.
but I
Have you
just
ever
think
had a one night stand or given up on the first night? It's okay. It's
no,
fine.
no, hold on.
That was
Even if
that was the answer. If you had to think,
no,
everyone knows.
I'm gonna answer the question. So
Okay.
yes, but that turned into a relationship, and I already
Well,
knew the person from before. So does that count?
uh, no, it's still a one night stand. It's still a one night stand. It does count.
Ah.
Look, they're laughing. Look, they're laughing in Instagram. They're laughing in the comments because you see, like,
But
come on, you
no,
know.
I'm not making a big deal out of it. I'm saying I already knew the person before,
I
and
mean,
but the point I'm making is like
no,
we
wait, no, wait. We have to go back. Hold on a second. Hold on a
right.
second. Like, this is the thing. There's nothing wrong with it, but
Hmm.
you would have known whether or not if you met someone, you slept with someone straight away. That's something that you would know, right?
Yeah, and I've said that, but I knew the person before. I said it. I'm not necessarily
But no, it
denying it.
doesn't matter if you know the person before. There's someone that I might know before, but if you sleep with them the first time, you like what? So what does that mean? Yeah, I knew them before.
Because I knew the person from before. Like we had mutual acquaintances.
So wait, I'm confused. Most people that they meet, they tend to have mutual acquaintances. I'm just trying to say,
Do they?
if you want to
I
sleep with
don't-
I'm just trying to say, if you want to sleep with someone the first night, that's up to you. No
Of
one is
course,
judging.
it's up to but like I said, that's a little bit different. Would I go out to a club and meet somebody and say, yeah, come back to my house. Absolutely not. Are you out of
Why?
your mind? I would
Why?
not
Why
do
would
that.
you do that?
From a
Why?
safety perspective, I wouldn't do it. That's
From a
just
safety
mad.
perspective.
Yeah, no way.
So
No
you've
way,
never
no
done
way.
that in your whole life.
Never in my life. Never would I do such a thing like that. Never.
What's wrong with that? Tell me.
No, it's like I said, from a safety perspective, as
What's
a
wrong
young
with the
woman,
safety perspective?
I'm not gonna bring a stranger from the street into my
Have you ever
house.
been on a girl's holiday?
No,
Never.
no.
Have you ever been on holiday by yourself?
Yes, I do that.
Where did you go? You say you
New
do that
York.
frequently?
Yeah.
Where do you go on holiday?
New York, and the Netherlands. Yeah.
And when you go on holiday, what? You go by yourself?
Yes, if I'm not in a relationship, so yeah, I could go on holiday on my own. Yeah.
No, you can, but
yeah,
that's a red flag. We don't
but
trust
no, it's
women.
not a red flag
100%
because
that is.
no,
We don't believe you. We don't believe you.
no. I go on holiday because
We
no, but
don't.
hang
We
on.
don't. Men don't believe
No,
women.
but hang on. Can
Women go on
I
holiday.
explain?
Hold on.
Can
Hold
I
on.
explain?
Hold on. Women go on holidays by themselves so they can do things and not be judged.
No,
Yes.
well, that
No. Yes. This is
that
what
may
women
be
do.
for them, but like, okay, let me
But
explain.
okay.
So a lot of my
I'm
friends.
telling you something.
Okay.
When men hear that you travel the world by yourself, especially after you was talking about safety issues about men coming to your place, but you travel, that lets us know you. Trust me.
No.
And
I
you might
know.
not think that,
No, okay.
but any guy that you're talking to, once they hear that, that's what they're
But
going
let
to
me
think.
explain. So first of all, when you're when you're an only child, you're used to doing things on your own, right? So a lot of my friends have children. So if I want to go on holiday with them, they can't just go off on the cuff and say, "Oh yeah, I can go." They have childcare issues. So what am I supposed to do? Not go and travel abroad at all. So when I go to these places, it's literally just to visit. I'm there for a period of time and I come back. It's nothing in it at all. At all. So I mean, it may look weird to some people. They have to understand I'm an only child, so I'm used to doing things on my own, rightly or wrongly. So if I want to go somewhere, I'm just going to go somewhere. I don't want to do a girl's trip for different reasons. People want to do things at different times. You got to do things at their time. They may want to go to places that you don't want to go to, vice versa. It becomes complicated. I don't like that. So
Okay, I'll be honest. I hear that, but we don't believe you.
it's okay. I know what the truth is. I don't need to lie.
But I'll be honest with you. Perceptions are more important than the truth. We live in 2023. I hear that. But cancel culture is real. So I get that. You know the truth. But men here, you're traveling. We hear you've been getting your back blown up on
Absolutely no.
And
I know, but I get what you're saying from a male's perspective.
And you said that you wasn't even dating black men before. So the place you told me
No, we've gone. Hold on, we've gone from one thing to another thing. I go on holiday. I go on holiday to recharge my batteries. I have a stressful job. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to get away for a few days. Sometimes it's not even planned. I just go and come.
You got stressed. You want to go and enjoy. You want to get a bit of Pedro. Maybe you want to get
No. It's to see a different scenery. I mean, sometimes you can't. I just feel like sometimes when you're in your box all the time, that limits your way of thinking. It limits your scope of how you want to maneuver yourself and things like that. It's about going out and seeing how other people live, other cultures, and coming back recharged and ready to go. That's how it is. You know, I went to New York on my birthday. That wasn't planned. I saw a cheap flight.
So you by yourself on your birthday in New York. That's very sad.
No. I went out with some friends a couple of days before that. So I thought, okay, I want to go out to another country.
So you didn't even have any. So you didn't even have any birthday sex. Birthday sex. Birthday. You know that song. You know that song.
I do know the song. At that time, actually, do you know what? I was gonna say, but if I say this second thing, you're gonna think, oh my god, you're gonna start going mad. So I don't even want to.
Listen, the problem is, I keep trying to have honest conversations. You keep trying to cap. This is a safe
I'm not
space.
trying to cap. I'm being honest
So-
with you.
So
But
then
it's
go on.
just because I'm not saying exactly what you want me to say, I'm being
No,
honest.
I don't want you to say anything that's not
Yeah.
true.
But
No.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying what the truth is, not
So you
my
didn't get no
truth,
birthday
not my
sex then?
version of the truth. What the truth is.
You
So
didn't get no, so you didn't get no birthday
I
sex. You
well
didn't
at
get
the
that.
time when I went to New York, I had a boyfriend at the time.
Oh.
See, this is why I didn't want to say anything.
So why did you get a boyfriend? Why did you go by yourself?
Because he couldn't get time off work. I booked it on the same day. I literally I saw something. I had time off. I don't like to work during my eh?
Right.
And I asked him for permission. Actually, hang on a minute.
Guys in the chat, if this sounds
No. Hold on. No, I asked for permission. So listen, I asked for permission before I said, look, I want to go to New York. Do you think you're going to be able to come with me? Oh, I can't get time off work. It's too short notice, which I understood. But he also understood that I had booked time off for that period of time.
So why couldn't you spend time with him here in the UK? Why
I did. And then I went on holiday.
All right, no worries. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, I can't win, China. Can't win with
No,
you,
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't say anything. You told me you had a man, so you had birthday sex. You had it pre-birthday sex. No worries. Or you had it on your birthday. It's fine. I just said to you, that's what I said. Who wants to spend their birthday by themselves? That's one of the most saddest things ever.
But I didn't necessarily.
I know now you didn't, but I'm saying, like, you were setting the stage up for you spent your birthday and you was going to be like, that's a good thing. That's an incredibly sad thing to do. Even men in jail, people in jail don't spend their birthday alone.
But anyway, that was not what happened anyway. So yeah, I cleared that up anyway. So yeah. I had a boyfriend and yeah, but then yeah. If I say anything else, I'm gonna get slewed. So I'm not gonna say anything else because it's like it gets twisted, and I'm just saying what it is.
Okay.
So
you own it, innit? It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. What do you want to tell you?
Just like, it's funny. It's like I get judged on what a set group of people do who happen obviously to be women. So if a girl goes on holiday to Dubai or something like that, it's like, oh yeah. It's like a thing. It's a big problem. But I don't even go to Dubai. I'm not even interested in going to Dubai. It's too hot for me anyway.
Where you should go?
Definitely gonna go to New York again, for sure. And what's that? What is that you're playing in the background? What is that?
Where you wanna go?
I said New York.
Yeah. Okay. No worries.
I definitely would like to go to Latin America as well, some parts of Latin America and the Caribbean, and that's. I mean, yeah, but I don't really. See, this is what I'm saying. Like anything I say, it's just gonna get twisted.
I'm sorry.
Listen. You've got an audience that you need to entertain. I hear that, so it's not an issue.
You make me laugh. You genuinely make me do. No, it's you. It's not the audience. It's you.
Are you laughing at me or with me?
I'm with you. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, look, this is what I'm saying. I get judged on what a significant number. Well, I don't want to say a significant number. A significant minority of people in my, within my gender going on holiday and things like that. And I'm not going on group holidays with bare girls and going to Dubai, shaking my bum on camera and putting pictures up. I'm not doing any of that. I'm very low.
Go on. I'm listening to you.
I said I'm very low key. So if I want to go on holiday and people can't get time off, so I don't get to go on holiday because people can't get time off. That's not really fair either. Do you know what I mean?
They want you to come to the Brooklyn, NY. Please come.
That's for you. That's not for me.
Is that for me? I don't come to New York.
Huh?
That's not for me. That's for you.
Yeah, I like New York. I go to America. I have family in America as well, by the way. So if people are going to Dubai, obviously, to me, if someone's, I'll be honest, and one might say it's being a hypocrite, but I actually don't think it is. If somebody's telling me, because I know what girls do when they go to Dubai. Not all girls, but I know what some girls do, and I'm thinking,
What they do in Dubai?
oh, come on.
Oh,
They do some very unsanitary things.
What's that? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's just some nasty stuff. I just heard some. I've heard stories. I've heard stories.
What's that?
Oh, you've gone blank. What's happened to the camera?
You've gone blank.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even. Do you know what? If I say like what I've seen on Instagram of girls and what the type of pictures that they're taking in Dubai, I'm thinking, wow, that's definitely not for me. That's definitely not an environment for me. So, you know, and I didn't even think you could take pictures like that in such an open space in Dubai. I wouldn't have thought that was even possible. So that's definitely not for me. And also, and like, nobody's doing anything funny, but because it's a Muslim country, you've got to respect their customs. I wouldn't even be, you know, I'm a Christian. I wouldn't even feel comfortable going there, and something goes wrong, and then you end up in big trouble. I'm not even interested in that. That's headache. I don't want that. But yeah, so I just wanted to clear that up. And by the way, I don't, you know, not all my experiences have been bad. Some of them have not been very good. Fine, do you know what I'm saying? But it's about moving forward, and I am doing that, and I think I'm doing, you know, the best that I can. And it's about being open-minded. And like I said, I don't trash talk men. I don't hate men. Am I kidding myself? That doesn't even make any sense. But, you know, there are some men that are letting the side down, and that's just the honest truth.
It's those are the guys you pick.
You keep saying this. I said not all my experiences have been bad. This is what I'm saying.
But then you end it with, but some of the guys are letting some of the guys.
No, but I'm not even talking about me. I'm just saying, like, with friends that I know, things that I've been exposed to in terms of my friends and other things that you.
Chloe, they're saying you're at the age where if you find a guy that you like, you need to sleep with him the same night. I agree with you. You're at the age where if you meet a guy, you need to bust it open for the first night. First night.
Well, no, but you were saying, oh, when you say yes to things, doors continue to open. The key continue to open and open. But no. Come on, that's getting disrespectful now. We're getting disrespectful.
Why do you think I'm being disrespectful?
Not you personally. Whoever put the comment out there, not you.
No, but I'm saying what they're saying to you. The guy will appreciate, and so will you. You ain't got time to waste, man. You better bust it open.
But you can't just be doing that with everybody. You keep talking about energies, transfer of energy. So what does that look like when you're just?
We said with the right guy, with a guy that gives you the good.
But how do you know that on the first? Oh my God! How do you know that?
You know, because you get the feeling inside.
Oh, that's absolute rubbish, and you know
well,
it.
That means you've never met no guys then, because if you never met a guy that makes you just want to just.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you can't. No, you can't have sex with everybody. You can't do that. It's not right to even do that. Why would you just be opening yourself to different energies?
You're talking about everybody. What are you talking about? Honestly.
No, you're saying no. You said you meet a guy. Okay,
yes,
on the first
not
day.
Everybody, that guy. Yeah.
Nah, okay, fine. But what I'm saying is, when somebody's dating, when someone wants
not dating, no, you meet a guy and he makes you see. You've never. That means you've never in your whole life you've never met that guy. That guy that just like everyone's met a woman that just makes them want to just
I'm not saying I haven't. I'm not saying that hasn't been the case, but just let me put it in simple terms.
You either have or you haven't.
No, I'm not saying that I haven't. I'm not saying I haven't.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes or no what?
Yes or no?
Yes or no what?
Yes or no to the question.
I've told you my situation.
No, you haven't. Yes or no? Simple question. I have to do with you. I have to do yes or no questions because you like to just You do.
I don't even know what was the to do it on the first day.
Bust it open. You haven't got time to waste. Yeah.
No, but hang on. What?
Your biological clock is ticking. You need to.
Well, that's not what you were saying 2 videos ago. So we're saying
no. But I'm telling you. Listen. I'm telling you. If you meet a guy and he ticks the boxes and he makes you feel in a good way, yeah, you better do anything you can possibly to keep that guy, because guess what? You ain't got time to waste. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
That was what I'm saying to you.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like,
But
you ain't
I
got
was just
time to
gonna,
be talking about energy. If you wanted to do that, that was when you were in your 20s and that. You was younger. When you're
I
older,
know, but I'm saying though, just speak as an adult. You're free
yeah.
to live your life the way you want to. But
Cool.
just
And you're
because
free
you
to
can
learn.
do, yeah, no.
That's
But
what being an adult.
I'm just saying, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Bust it open for a real nigga. Pardon my language. Bust it like so.
Crazy, you're crazy.
For a real.
And then hold on. But you said something interesting.
What did I say?
You said that
I would say interesting things.
no, hold
Which
on,
one?
but you said something that and I thought men are meant to really be the ones that are approaching women. Obviously, they need to look. The woman needs to be inviting them in terms of making sure that they're
Invite
being
them.
friendly,
You know, to smile like a man.
being
You know, to make a
friendly. But
man.
you're saying that you don't approach women; that
I
they
don't.
approach you.
Let me show you what you do. Okay, well, let me tell you, this is what we do. We're at a bar. We're out at the bar, yeah? I'm at the bar, with my guys there. I'm not really chatting to no one. You look at me, I look at you. Okay, maybe you come to the bar, you get a drink by the bar, innit? You say to me, oh, excuse me, can I get past you to get to the bar? I go get a bar. Then you might say to me, you might be drinking water. You might say, oh, you might just say to me, oh, you might just smile at me. That's it. And that's it. A smile's enough.
Yeah.
That's it. Now I'll speak to you. See, but what you did was you did something to let me know to approach you. Then, if I speak to you and you're acting like a eater, I'll be like, oh, she's one of them guys. She's just trying to get attention. Then I'll just carry on. But end of the day, that's all you got to do as a woman. Be feminine, use your femininity. Come next to a guy, let him smell your perfume. Like, I don't know. Back in the day, you used to have handkerchiefs you would drop. I'm not gonna say it again, but you guys ain't got no way to feminine drop something and let him pick it up for you. Like, so I'm saying to you, or you could always say, like, offer him, if you're getting water, if you're not drinking, offer him a glass of water and say, oh, I got a bottle, you want some water? Like, then like.
Yeah, well, no, I do walk past.
I'm teaching you.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that in terms of the perfume and that I do anyway. So you walk past someone, you want to catch their attention, or they'll just catch it anyway because of the scent. Do you know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying with all the feminine things, but don't think I'm not against anything that you're saying. I'm taking it on board. I'm just asking about. You said you don't approach women.
I don't feel like you're against what I'm saying. I don't.
Definitely not.
I don't feel like you're here against me. No, but I don't just unsolicited. I don't tend to approach women unsolicited. No. So there would have to be some type of contact there or whatever, especially with where we are now in current times as well. Then that would be something that I would,
So do you think it's okay for a man to follow a woman then?
What do you mean follow?
Follow is follow for 500 yards up the road, half a mile up the road.
It's never okay to follow.
Right, it's not. It's definitely not okay. It's definitely not okay.
It's never okay to follow. Why would I think that's okay?
No, because when I was trying to explain to you, they were like, "Oh, but was he being aggressive?" That's not the point.
Yeah, not follow, but no. That's like you're stalking a woman. That's a
Thank you. It's harassment. Exactly.
It's a little bit too much, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. So that's a little bit harassment. It's a bit slightly too much. That's not what I'm doing.
A bit creepy.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit creepy, eh?
It is. Or would you? I mean, guy, why do guys touch people that they don't know? This is what I don't understand.
Huh?
Like, guys would come up behind or come up from the side when you can't even see, because you don't have eyes at the back of your head, and they'll just come and like grab your arm or touch your arm or things like that. So yeah, you should respect people's personal space. So
yeah, I think you should. I think you should respect people's personal space.
Yeah. So the whole going on holiday thing is an issue. I honestly.
God, why is it an issue? Tell me.
No, I'm asking you. Going on holiday, a girl going on holiday on her own is an issue, but it's then also an issue if she goes on a girls' trip. So,
I mean, yes, there's an issue for everything. Yes, in simple, yes. Listen to your man, and there'll be no issues. In simple, yes, there's an issue for everything, but you need to listen to your man.
So if they can't go on holiday with you, you shouldn't go on holiday by yourself.
Yeah,
If they can't get time off.
yes, yeah, you should.
Okay. Seems pretty boring, but okay, fair enough.
It seems yes. Being in a relationship is not always fun. Like, sorry, it's called being grown up.
No,
Can't
I
always be
don't
a,
mean it like that. I mean, no, I
you
don't
want
mean
to
it
be
like that. I
outside.
just mean like, okay,
No, don't go. Your man doesn't want you to go there. Your man doesn't want you to go there, so don't go there.
okay,
Some of
which
you
is
guys,
fine. And
some of you guys, you're bang out of order. You have no, what's the word? You you have no boundaries, man. Everything's up for discussion. Everything has to be that. Sometimes you just gotta be like, no, no.
don't do that. No.
Yeah.
But is it can I ask, is it the same on the other foot though?
What do you mean, same on the other foot?
So if a guy,
It's the same if you make it that in your relationship. I don't tell people what it's the same if you make it that.
okay, fair enough. No, but like I said, I respect. If I'm with someone, I respect their opinions. That's why I would ask them first before doing anything. I wouldn't just go and do it.
I mean, but what if he says no, he doesn't want you to do it? What are you gonna do then?
Well, if he says no, then I would ask, oh, can I ask why? Like, what's the issue? Not to make it an issue, like, what is the issue that you may have with it? And if he then says whatever he says, and I'll be like, okay, he's explained it to me. He feels
Okay.
uncomfortable for whatever reason. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, as long as you listen to your man, because there's too much of this not listening to the man business out here. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? No?
All right, fair enough.
He's coming to Brooklyn. He says, "Come, Kenford wants you to go to Brooklyn." In Brooklyn,
It's not talking to me, I don't think. Don't you want to do a meet and greet in NY? It's not for me.
I never once mentioned going to New York. It was you that said to go to New York.
Yeah, but it's not talking for me. That's not for me, is it? I don't know. Anyway. But anyway. So no, I hear you. You need to listen to your boyfriend, your man, or whatever have you. But what about, but you see, and that's all well and good. I don't discount what you're saying, but does it make a difference if you're living in the same household?
What do you mean? Does it make a difference? You didn't say.
So, like, if you're living together, if you're cohabiting, and that's different. But if you're living in two separate houses, and then, I don't know. I don't know if that makes a difference about, really you've got to take things on board, but, to what degree is the question.
To what degree is the question? That is a good question. To what degree? I don't know. You tell me.
I think no. I mean, look, if the guy is doing everything he's supposed to be doing, making me feel secure and providing, not just things of monetary value. I'm talking about moral support, emotional support, and is there for me completely, unconditionally. Then I'm not. I don't want. I wouldn't really be putting up much of an argument. Do you know what I mean?
No, facts. 100%.
Because you got to think about it. Look, men are very sensitive when it comes to certain things. It's okay for them to say no. You will ask them something, they'll say no, 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 no. And they expect you not to really ask what the reason is for the no. But yeah, sometimes a guy will do something and then you'll say, look, I don't really like that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. Some guys don't always, they'll just be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep. And I'm just like, but if the shoe was on the other foot, would it be the same kind of thing? So, I mean,
I don't know. What are you going to tell me? Men and women are the same.
Of course they're not. Of course they're not. But I'm talking about everyone has feelings. So there will be things that you're not going to be comfortable with. And I always think if you hand on heart can't do these things in front of that person, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. And don't even ask the question. Just forget about it. But if it's something just simple, like simple things, and they're like, oh, no, 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 I don't like that, I don't like that. They're not really giving you a reason, they're just in their feelings. And then if now they are doing something and then you say, well, I'm not really comfortable with that and this is the reason, they'll be like, oh, you're reading too much into it, it's not that deep. They just fob you off.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what then? So what then? So what then?
So then, you know, I think just men also need to just be a bit more reasonable. You say women need to be a bit more malleable. Men also need to be a bit more reasonable. Would you like it if I did it? Would you feel okay with it? So no. So why do you want me to feel okay? No, it's not a competition. It's about having consideration for other people's feelings. It's not a competition. It's about being considerate.
It's not a competition. It's not. I
You
promise
know.
you. I promise you, it's not a competition. I promise you, it's not.
I don't know. I would listen if a man says no about certain things, I'll ask for an explanation. I'll just be like, okay, fine, and you're doing all that you're supposed to be doing for me. Then I'll definitely be like, okay, well, on this occasion, I'm going to listen to what you're saying.
Okay.
But you just at some point, it needs. What I'm saying is sometimes it needs to be a give and take kind of situation.
Yeah.
You can't just have it all your way. What? Because you're the man in the relationship. It's not. It doesn't work like that.
Well, you're gonna be single still, so until you realize that it does work like that.
What? So everything the man said. Look. I said I would listen.
You didn't
I
listen
said
to
I
what you didn't. You didn't listen already. You forgot what that said. Yes, be a woman that says yes, yes, yes
to everything.
No.
Yeah. So you don't believe like men would rather why buy the cow when they can get it for free? You don't believe in that. If you give them everything up front, then you're good.
See, you're not even giving them. You're already arguing about what this. I promise you this. They're not gonna want. They would prefer giving them everything than giving them this.
Uh-huh.
They would
But
prefer,
I'm asking you a question. I'm
telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm answering your question. I'm just saying, men don't want that.
Right.
Like, trust me. Get in the kitchen and make a sandwich.
Yes. Who's saying that I haven't done that? I would do that. Yeah.
And then come bend over. That's it. Like, or get on your knees. Do something useful.
I hear what you're saying, and that was my other question.
And that should be it.
That should be it. But that was then my other question.
I hear what I'm saying. Done. Go get.
Yeah, I know. But the other question is separate to that. Is that some girls, I don't know, I've heard this from other women. Like, so if a guy says, oh, they want a little bit of something, but they're not necessarily in the mood, should they force themselves to be in the mood?
You don't need to be in the mood. It doesn't pretend, act.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean, pretend.
Yeah.
That's what, exactly.
Pretend.
So even if they don't want to do it, they should just pretend to do it.
Well,
they want to do it.
Well, listen. Remember, innit? Because if your man goes elsewhere, you're gonna be chatting shit to get me to a woman that get me. But then you'd be like, oh, he wanted sex. To be like, did you give it to him? No. So then why did you complain? But I didn't want him to.
Absolutely.
Be like, oh, well.
I agree with you. I do feel that way.
I don't want to tell you what to. I'm just saying to you because then if he goes and gets it from somewhere else, you
can't complain. You can't complain. No, absolutely not. Yeah. But it's just I hear a lot of girls have said, oh, but if I don't really want it, I don't want it. I said, but I'm thinking to myself, how many times? Yeah, some of them are married. I'm thinking, how many times are you gonna? I'm thinking, how many times are you gonna keep saying no?
Then the husband with his secretary. Then why are they doing all of that? Yeah, he's gonna go get. That's it. So while you're doing all of that stuff, pretending like men listen, and then so that's it. Women do this, play these games. You play these games with men, and then women will throw sex at your man, and then especially with wives, women can tell when a man's not getting sex, and then the man's not getting sex. Yeah, you leave your man go out there to be roasting for one of these young things to come smelling good and that. And then your man's been working hard. So they're gonna come and take your paper and your man, bro. What's he talking about?
Yeah. You can't really be saying no, really. And you can't
say no. I don't want to put out a woman can't say
no. I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like that. I mean you're not in the mood, but you have to try. You have to try and get yourself in the mood.
No, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not saying that you can't ever say no. What I'm saying to you is
just be mindful.
Yeah, like don't make it recurrent. Like no one's
Every
forced
day.
Yeah, like but again, we know this for someone to be in the mood. You might be tired, you might not feel well. That's cool, isn't it? Your man will just hug you that night. But listen, once you get better, you better be doing tricks of doing on a handstand.
I'll let you say it, not me. Yeah.
I mean, I just say the facts, like you know. I just say the facts, man. I don't really, you know.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel when I'm saying things, I feel like sometimes you think I'm going against you, and I'm not. I agree with a lot of what you say.
Yeah, go
I
against
just
you.
have my own opinion about certain things. That doesn't mean I can't have an opinion. I still
No.
agree with a lot of what you say, though.
The whole idea of this is that you have an opinion. I will never have you here not having an opinion. That's not something that I co-sign. That's not something I support. That's not something I would do. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have you here not having an opinion. That's not who I'm. That's not who I am. That's not what I am. You know.
Okay.
Thank you
Fair
for
enough.
sharing. Thank you for sharing.
All right. All
Thank you
right.
for sharing. Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah.
I mean, I think if you have any other people that are as opinionated as you or friends, bring them into the chat. Let them know, innit? If you have any people that want to go in the chat, it would be good to get some other people as well. That
Be nice though. Be nice. Be easy. Be nice.
I'll be easy. I'll be easy on them. No, if you bring them in, I'll let them say their stuff. I'll be slightly easy on them.
All right. Yeah. I don't want to be getting grilled the next day about why did you bring me on this thing. No. Because obviously, I know I'm not. I haven't had a bad experience with you, but obviously, you have things swimming around in cyberspace, and people can see. They're gonna be thinking,
everything.
Like, what's this?
Everything's swimming around in cyberspace because of me, but it's fine. Like everything's swimming around because of cyberspace. I get it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot off, but thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right. Yo, smart people. My name is China. I am the man's voice. Shout out to Chloe, Mimi. I don't know. Her name be saying Mimi, be saying Chloe. But shout out to her, man. Appreciate you coming on that. I appreciate everyone. Shout out to Doug as well. Shout out to KB that came on as well. You know, gender wars, man. Gender wars. The beef is real. The beef is real. I ain't gonna lie. The beef is real. But is it real beef? Man, or is it just the fact that we've just lost our way a little bit? I just think we lost our way a little bit. That's all I think. But yeah. Guys, thank you to everyone that jumped on the live tonight, the stream tonight. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to hit me with a super chat on your way out, feel free to hit us with a super chat. Join our memberships. We got 3 different tiers from the price of a cup of a coffee, man. That's so cheap. That's like, what's that? Everyone can afford that, you know. And then if you want to show love to the channel, make sure you donate. You know, hit the Cash App. Follow me on Instagram. My name is China. TikTok, my name is China. Check out all the other shows because I got some hot shows out at the moment now, man. I got a lot of hot shows at the moment. So make sure you go check out the shows that we got spinning right now. We got some hot shows. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got some hot shows at the moment. Shout out to Sinners Podcast. Go and check that out. I had to. These boys are talking about my name. Like I don't understand it. How are people talking about me? Like this is what I understand. These guys, you're talking about me, but yet you're blocking me. It doesn't make any sense. They want my attention. I get it. Fatherless. A lot of these guys are fatherless, and they want me to father them. I get it. But I can't be your daddy, B. Pause. I can't. So I'm not gonna be doing that. Oh, I can be a troll. I can be a troll. It's because you guys be annoying, but I can be a troll. I really can. I really can be a troll. But but I'm not. That's me tonight, guys. Go check out all the other content, all the other videos. I can be a king troll. And my name is China. I am the man and voice. And we out, baby.